welcome to the No Life Tech Show, Tech and Media Show. Happy Friday, everyone. Make sure you head over to our Twitter at No Life Digital and our Twitch at No Life Digital, our Instagram at No Life Digital. It's not on the screen, but it is there in real life. We got a few things we want to talk about, some media, some stuff we've been listening to. We're getting into some tech news. We're going to talk about our favorite tech products of the year, and we're going to let you guys go and enjoy your weekend. All right, let's bring on the crew. What is up, guys? Oh, wow.
Wow. How's it going?
Wow. Hey, what's going on there?
Let's not get into the wow again.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Dude, we did callbacks last week.
Yeah, we did that on Tuesday. We better not do that again on Friday.
I don't know why my wow just slipped right into Twisted 420. I don't know why.
No, it took me a minute to get on because I was opening up all the news links and like half of them are videos and fucking.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I had like 17 people talking to me in my headset and I was like, oh my God, dude, I feel like I'm schizophrenic.
Yeah, that's just your head, dude.
Luca was Legion, for he is many.
Yeah, goddamn, dude.
So what's up, dudes? What have we been listening to, watching, and or using this week? Have you guys been consuming any new content this week? Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, I don't know about new.
Doesn't have to be brand,
but yeah,
still talk about things.
Last Friday, I went to a concert.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
What was it? Sorry, I didn't mean that. It slipped.
It was a metal concert. It was Entheos, Rings of Saturn, Carnifex, and Whitechapel.
Whitechapel.
I've listened to Rings of Saturn before.
You better just have like yelled or play Possession and then left.
Dude, it was it was the Decade of Defilement tour. If you guys want to look that one up,
It sounds so edgelordy. I'm not.
The Decade of Defilement.
The thing is like the headliners were Carnifex and Whitechapel. Whitechapel was definitely the headliner. And the only ones that I wanted to go see were Entheos and Rings of Saturn. So, yeah.
Very nice. How was it? A good show?
Oh, dude, it was legit. We took me and my cousin. Me and my cousin listened to that kind of music. And my friend, he made us go to Jesus and Mary Chain, which is like fucking it's shoegaze,
man.
Yeah. So we went to that and we were like, look, we was like, if we go to this, we're gonna make you go to a concert with us. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I guess he just didn't like. We've never taken him to a concert like that before, and he was not prepared for that shit. And it was like it's the place is called the High Tone, and it's like kind of cramped. And I swear to God, there was like fucking 200 people in there, and we were all just like sardined in there. And you know, it's fucking really aggressive music, and the dude's just like, we're standing on the edge of the pit during Rings of Saturn, and you know how the pit is. Like, Jerry already knows. Man.
Any slam dancing and
there was one of that, but like when you're on the edge of the pit, you know, your job is to protect everybody behind you from the pit if you're not getting in the pit. So you got to do all this shit. And so I'm a big dude. So I'm, you know, on the edge of the pit because I'm big enough to where I feel like if I get in the pit, I would actually hurt somebody. So I got to stand on the edge of it. So I'm sitting over there blocking, and my friend comes up and he's like, he just got something to drink, like a fucking mixed drink or something. And he's walking up to the front edge of the pit. He's like, yeah, man, what's up? I just made it back in. I looked over at him. I was like, dude, you might want to step the fuck back. You know,
you're dead.
Yeah, I was like, you don't want to get sucked into this shit. And sure enough, he got sucked into that shit. I think some dude like behind him like pushed him up into there.
Yep.
And, yep. The dude who pushed him up into there was a real dickbag because he was one of those that doesn't want to actually be in the pit. He just wants to get in there and like fucking just start throwing elbows and then just like dip out when he hits a few people. You know what I mean? One of those kind of guys. But yeah, it was a fun show besides that. Like when we left, he was my friend was in such a bad mood. He was like,
Yeah,
I
bet.
know it's a metal show, man, but I ain't no bitch. And it's like, all right, man. We told you to step the fuck back and be careful of the pit, but whatever.
Did he spill his mixed drink?
Fuck
Or was he
yeah.
able to consume it?
No. No. Yeah. No.
And then-
That's good.
Paid a good $12 for that too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $45 for like a shot of vodka. Oh my God. I remember when we were at this one club in New York City and it was like a Russian model club. It was the weirdest thing ever. And I remember it was me, my friend Claudio, and we were buying shots for, he was buying shots for me and these two girls that were down the bar. So we line up these 4 shots. The bartender comes up. He's like, what do you want to drink? He's like, let me get Patron, 4 shots. 1 for him, 1 for me, 2 for the girls. We are having a good time. We all drink them. Bartender gives him the bill, and it was like $400 for the 4 shots of Patron. And I remember, he looks at the fucking thing. He looks at me. He's like, "Dude, I don't have $400." I was cracking up. Just so you guys know, if you go to a club in New York, alcohol prices are not the same as like a liquor store.
Yeah, here I can buy a pretty good sized bottle of Patron silver
For
label.
$20.
Yeah.
I will never
I mean, it's a
understand-
big bottle, but it's like $40.
I will never understand people who go to casinos and go to the bar in the casino and get alcohol that's super expensive. Just sit at the slot machine, they'll come get you shit.
Yeah, all you have to do at a casino, go sit at a slot machine, look like you're playing, and when the waitress walks up to you, get a free drink and tip them.
Yep.
If you tip them, they'll keep coming back.
If
but
you
tip 'em.
if you win any cash and you slide in just a couple bucks, eventually they come by and it's no longer what do you want to drink, it's how many shots do you want in that.
Yeah.
You want that Jack and Coke? How many shots Jack you want in that Jack and Coke?
That's why I hate like going out drinking, man. It's too
expensive.
expensive. It's just a waste
especially
of
too-
money.
okay,
And I don't really like drinking anyway anymore.
I gave my friend cash. Like I gave him cash because he was gonna go up and get drinks and stuff. Didn't realize, because we took a taxi down there, didn't realize I was the only one with cash, and I gave him all of the cash so he could also get back. So he spends all the cash.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the night just turned into getting more drunk and trying to find a freaking ATM so we could even get back.
Yeah. Yeah. Moral of the story, drinking is bad. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Oh, I want to talk about the new Eminem album. Dude, it is so fucking bad. It might be the worst album I listened to 2017. No, it is the worst album I listened to in 2017. I listened to a lot of albums.
But he's a rap god.
No, not in this album, dude. I don't know what happened to Eminem. Like the last couple albums, they weren't anything special, right? But at least they were him trying to do something new, and it was also him like, he's not in a good spot, but he tried to like keep himself in his music. This album is like 100% pop music. It's so fucking atrocious.
What was that other really bad one? Wasn't it called was it called Encore, or was it the one after that?
No, Encore wasn't that bad. It was like Recovery or Relapse.
Yeah, one of those.
So you're saying,
and he
that
rap like this, and he rap like
might-
this, like he had like a Mexican rapping style for no reason. It was so
I mean,
dumb.
My
Eminem-
salsa.
Yeah,
Eminem
exactly.
Eminem went downhill once he started D12. That shit was awful.
What?
I don't get. I
D12
don't,
was great.
What?
I don't like it.
You know,
Purple
D12
Pills?
I
was.
did not like it at all.
D12 is what he
I know,
was
go back
originally
to-
in before
yeah.
he was even
I
in the
know.
solo career,
I mean,
right?
Oh, so you're saying he was never good. Go back and listen to your Cuphead. Okay.
Yo, there's some bangers on that.
All right,
If it's not just straight rap about bitches, like, nah.
No, I can't do like today's gangsta crap rap.
Oh well, let me break down the track list. Walk on Water with Beyonce, it's so bad. Believe, so bad. Chloroseptic with Fresher. Everyone thought Fresher, who's a great artist, he's a pretty hard trap artist. Everyone thought he was gonna come out with a nice little feature. He comes out with a terrible 4-line hook, and that's all he has on the song. Terrible. Untouchable. Terrible. River with Ed Sheeran. It's a good pop song, but I'm not a fan of it. But I can see that one being like a very popular song. Him and Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran with Eminem. That says something.
Yeah, that says cha-ching. That's what that says.
So
that song is gonna sell so many fucking singles. But I'm not a fan of it. It's a good song though. I will give him that. Remind Me intro, Remind Me, trash. Revival, interlude, trash. The Alicia Keys song. It's like this. It's this epic pop song about standing up to Trump in the worst way possible. It's so cheesy. Alicia Keys is not produced well into this song. They obviously recorded in the studio, and then went back on the song and then patched in her vocals. It's terrible.
Or yeah, 2 different studios, and they don't actually mix it properly.
Right. Well, I know that they posted a picture together, so they might have been in the studio together, but you can hear on the production that it just doesn't fit right. And all she has is I don't know. I just don't like that song either. Bad Husband is a terrible song. Tragic Endings with Skylar Grey, terrible song. Framed is an excellent old Eminem style song. It's the only song that I like on the album because it's actually him rapping how I know him to rap. You know, how everyone wants to go back to Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers LP. And that's what Framed is. It had a really funky D12 style beat to it, and then him rapping about just crazy shit. It's basically a song how he's being framed for murdering Ivanka Trump or something like that. It's a crazy fucking song, but it's not out of Eminem's wheelhouse. That's why I love that song.
Yeah,
every other song.
That's what he does best is like stuff like My Mom and things like that. You know what I mean?
He can do a
crazy story.
He can do a story really well. And Framed, not only is it a good story, but it's also lyrically done really well, and the beat works together. And I was like, damn, this song is so good. You could see he's still got it, but he just doesn't want to produce that music anymore. And I'll tell you why when I finish the track listing. Kalani Nowhere Fast, trash. Heat, trash. Offended, trash. Need Me with Pink is probably the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life. Pink and Eminem do not go together at all. You could see this as a pop album. In Your Head, Castle, A Rose, all trash. So in my opinion, Framed is the only good song that's on this album. Everything else, this is what I think is going on. I think he's making music for his live shows where he's on a stage in front of 500,000 people, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to preach these really big messages, bring out these really huge stars with him, and try to get this message of fucking, fuck Trump out. I don't think as a fan of Eminem, as a fan of what he's done for hip hop, just the shady, what is it called? Sirius radio station alone. I mean, that's one of the only radio stations I still listen to. I'm just such a fan of Eminem. Listening to this, it's he's obviously doesn't want to go back to those Slim Shady LP records or the D12 records. He's just so far past it, and it's a shame because all of this music is so watered down, such generic trash, and it was disappointing when I heard it, and I was hoping that I could get something good out of it other than Framed. There's just nothing. You can't listen to it unless you're 13 years old, and you want to listen to Pink and Beyonce and Fresher and Ed Sheeran. You're not listening it for Eminem, I'll tell you that. And also, speaking on how his rapping is, he does the same flow. I don't know if you guys remember his Trump freestyle, but that's basically the same flow that he uses on all his songs, where it's
like a cipher.
Yeah, well, it's a very chopped down version of how he raps. Back in the old day, it was very bouncy. You can you can bounce to it, and it had a flow to it. But this is he chops his words up so much. He can take the word revival, and he'll be vi, and then like in the next line, vol, and then chop in another half of a word, and like it just doesn't feel right, and it just all feels like this weird, wonky freestyle on top of these big pop tracks. Like it just doesn't fit. And I don't know. I was just thoroughly disappointed in this album. And I'm sure that he's going to get ripped apart by critics because it's really, really bad. So if you're an Eminem fan, do not listen to his album because you're going to be very depressed after listening to it. Because the content in it isn't good either. Like the messages that he has in there, besides the song Framed, it's all just like, just like I'm 14 and this is too deep for me memes. You know what I mean? That's what it all feels like. But the song Framed is like the perfect, like when I heard that, I was like, damn, this is a good song because he frames a message in a really abstract way, like the way that he used to do it, where it's like he has this message of, it's really just a message of how like lower class people against the upper class and how things can get fucked up in those situations no matter what. And it's done really aggressively. It's done really offensively, but it has a great song behind it. It's such a good song. But all the other ones are just like generic pop songs that just do not hit. They don't work. All the beats are like old. Like it all feels dated. Like he uses like that "I love rock and roll" fucking riff in one of his songs. It's like, dude, this is so fucking lame. What are you, Kid Rock? You know what I mean? It felt like a Kid Rock album. That's the best way to put it. It feels like a Kid Rock album, so it's super depressing. And I think this is going to be it for a long time for Eminem. I think he's going to get ripped for this one, and I don't think he's going to come back after a while. That's my opinion on that.
Well, speaking of good albums, I've just been listening all year to basically my most listened to album this year.
What is that?
This week I'm at Meds and Jace, their new album.
Oh, yeah?
After the Party. Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably what I've listened to the most this entire year. It's a good album. I'm happy. It's like their first album in 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. But it's actually really good.
I gotta put it up on the screen.
I was gonna say the album I listened to most this year was probably the brand new album until
Oh,
really?
Sorry.
Yeah.
You like their new album that much?
Yeah, I really liked it until
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. After the Party, it's actually a really solid album from them, I think. And it's kind of cool, like getting like closer to 30. Like that's basically what half of the album's about, is like them just like hitting 30 and just be like, what are we doing in a punk band?
That's pretty dope. I like that.
Like that's like a lot of the album. It's just like
I
could dig that.
All right.
I think the album that came out this year that I've listened to the most was probably Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Damn was really good. I like it.
It was just a really good album.
All right, so Damn is really good, but I played it so much within the first 2 weeks of release that I have not played it since. I've not gone back and listened to it.
It
definitely was really good, and then I stopped listening to it. I haven't even listened to single songs from Damn. I just stopped listening to it.
Yeah, it's definitely not like an album that you can. It's not like Pimp a Butterfly, in my opinion, where it's like you can put it on and kind of get lost in the album like you would like a good movie. It's more of just like it's not his best in my opinion, but I did like the album.
Yeah, it's not a full album experience.
Yeah.
But the songs on there are great for shuffle play.
I think it's good, but I also think there's a reason why the memes outlive the album, basically. Like people are still using damn memes like to this day on YouTube.
I think Kendrick is probably my favorite artist out right now. I think he's doing some amazing shit. Like Pimp a Butterfly is an insane album. I still listen to it.
So it's Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, that one is an album I listen to too much though. I'm so over that fucking album.
I can listen to that shit over and over again.
It is good though. Yeah, Section 80 is good too. Like he's just doing such impressive work. He has an Untitled LP that I got on vinyl, which is like the second cuts. Dude, it's an awesome like jazz rap album. It's such a good album to put on like if you're having like a few people over and you just want to listen to some music but don't want to listen to it at the same time. He's just super impressive, and he's the perfect example of someone that can release conscious music that has a message but not feel like a forced pop Kid Rock song. You know,
Yeah,
like it feels
yeah.
like true to heart.
I'm hoping next year we get a new Chance album, because Chance the Rapper is another artist that I'm really enjoying lately.
Didn't he release an album this year?
I
think he.
Not that I know of.
I could be wrong. No, he didn't.
No, because Coloring Book was 2016.
Yeah, that was last year.
My opinion on Kendrick Lamar is he is that perfect mix of like hip hop artist and mainstream rapper. He's like right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Where I don't know, he just hits all sides. I really do like Kendrick. He's probably he is my favorite rapper right now. So
Yeah.
Well, what was more disappointing, Eminem or Macklemore?
I can't
I
comment.
don't listen to Macklemore.
I can't
So
even say his name without laughing.
I don't listen to Macklemore either.
Oh,
No, I don't think
God.
I don't think Macklemore. I would honestly probably listen to Macklemore over Eminem's new album. I don't care how bad,
that's brutal.
dude. His album is so bad. I feel so bad for him because, like, he had that moment with Trump that got into the news, and like, you could tell he was like prepping himself to release this big, conscious album, taking down the man. Eminem. Everyone's waiting on Eminem to come back and make a revival, and he drops the biggest piece of shit that I've ever heard out of rap. Like, it's so bad. It's not gonna hit, man. Especially now when rap is dominated by this market full of like really, it's like full of like really eccentric kids who are like taking tons of drugs, and they're into tattoos, and they're into, I don't know, like fucking fidget spinners and vaping. You know what I mean? Where Eminem's era is just not gonna work.
You gotta drop that Sigelli track.
you mean you didn't like that Gucci
By the
Gang?
way.
Gucci Gang is not your trap.
God.
It's
No.
not your track of the year.
No, I do
Gucci
like
Gang,
Gucci
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
I thought you were
Gucci
saying
Gang.
Gucci
I
Mane.
do like
I'm
Gucci Gang.
Oh God.
Dude, Lil Pump's
No.
album is far better than Eminem's album. I hate to break it to you guys.
Dude.
Lil Pump
my
album-
God,
Lil
dude.
Pump's album is not even in the same league as Eminem's newest album. It's just so bad.
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
I don't
Spit
know
them
what
racks
my-
on a gold chain. My beloved do cocaine. Ooh.
I was waiting for you to do that part. I don't know if I don't know exactly my most listened to album this year. I've listened to, I don't really, like, I haven't been like listening to albums like I used to. It's so many
Just
different-
listen to Beat My Meat on repeat.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'll beat my meat.
Dude, never hear the Apple ringtone the same way.
I like Jay-Z's 444 album. I think that might be the one I've like full album I listened to the most this year. I thought that was a pretty good album. Other than that, I don't know. Damn, and that Untitled LP, I've been crushing that one too.
I don't know, man.
Not
I
much
got that-
has come out of like punk and emo. I haven't listened to this Messengers album. I have to check it out.
The Messengers album was good. World Is dropped an album that was like,
I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
no, it was like, it's all right. It's really proggy, but they suffer from
Right.
this problem, I think, where like they're like a hipster paradox where they're just like trying to be way too unique, so they're trying to like change every album sound and just make something so unique the world's never seen, and it just sounds like a worse version of Rush.
Yeah. Yeah. Joyce Manor, I think, had a new album this year. I think it was this year. Cody, I think is the name of the album. No, that was
I
last
haven't
year
listened-
too.
Yeah,
Because last year it was pretty good for me for emo, because you had Joyce Manor's new album, Sorority Noise's album, Modern Baseball, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but it was pretty well received. Who else was on it? It was last year. Foxing's new album, last album was in 2016. Where this year didn't really feel like much except that brand new album, which I wasn't the biggest fan of.
American football came out with an album this last year.
It was this year or last
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, it was this year, wasn't
I
I
thought it
don't
was
know.
last
I think it was
year.
last year.
I think that was last year.
it? Was it?
And
It
that
was
wasn't
last
really
year.
the best. It wasn't
No.
really that
It sounded like they were trying to make the exact same album.
Yeah.
Like 20 years later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's
They're
make
like,
the
hey,
album
dude,
again."
I had this singing style in the first album, and I'm gonna try to recreate it, even though I'm now 40.
Well, that's what one of the comments there was like. This album sounds like the band Owen trying to cover American football, which is exactly what it sounds like. Yeah, it's not bad though. It's definitely better.
No, it's not
It's
bad.
definitely
It's just-
better than Eminem's latest album.
I was gonna say I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie. So
Like it wasn't bad. It just was like,
It was a little.
all right, here's the most mediocre emo album to ever be made.
Yeah.
Like
From
here's
one of
the
the-
now new definition of, do you want mediocre emo album? Here you go.
which was really sad because
The first one was like the gold standard.
yeah.
It still is. It's still the fucking
Yeah.
gold standard, man. It's crazy how they just couldn't put it together. I think the National came out with an album this year, which was okay. Their last album is gonna be hard to top that one though. Trouble Will Find Me. I love that album. That shit was so good. All right. Move on to tech news. Let's talk about
The best one, I just thought of it really quickly. It was fucking Mom Jeans.
Mom
that was
Jeans.
it.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, dude. Check out Mom Jeans. That's it. That even might have been last year.
No, I'm not sure. I think it was this year. I think Mom Jeans did come out this year. All right. Apple let a fake $5 Cuphead game into the App Store. It literally is like if you look at like the card, like the app card for it, it's like a straight up like fake rip-off app. And Studio MDHR is basically trying to get it taken down. Dude, the App Store is so fucking stupid how they let shit like this go through, yet it's so hard to get an app in. You know, like there's so many different restrictions on apps, but how does something like this slide through the cracks? It's fucking ridiculous, man. I'm not exactly sure if it's like an algorithm or if it's it must be some type of
It
algorithm
has to be an algorithm.
because they can slide through it. Like this sliding through is just, it's like a perfect example of it. And I want to see if there's like gameplay footage of this app. Oh, it looks like they have pulled the app today. This morning they pulled it. Or last Monday they pulled the album. Yeah. That's all I got on that.
That's all we got on that one.
The pictures up from it were kind of funny, but that's about it.
And that's all I gotta say about that.
There's really not much else.
That was fucking hilarious, man. We were trying to talk about it really quick on the end of the gaming portion, and Wayne's like, "No, save it for the tech portion." And then we get to the tech portion, it's literally like 30 seconds. That's all I got.
Well, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No,
There's not a whole lot to say about it. It's just like, here's a really crappy version of Cuphead.
I don't
And,
even
like,
know
the
if it is
dudes-
Cuphead. Well, it
It's-
doesn't
it's
exist
like-
anymore.
Yeah, like it's a crappy version because someone was saying like who is like the company who put it up, and they've like been doing this too for like not Game of Thrones, PUBG and like other like fake games.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that I would have bought this app before they took it down.
Like the Flappy Bird phenomena.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
because
miss
you do
Flappy
need to
Bird.
let some of that stuff
Do
go.
you?
Like if
Do
it's
you really?
legit.
Not really.
You know what I mean? Like you do need to like Flappy Bird for instance, like say there's like a direct clone of Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird's killing it. It's top of the charts. Everyone wants Flappy Bird. And
Now
someone
everyone
makes
wants Crossy Road.
yeah, all right. We'll say Crossy Road. But Crossy Road
Oh,
as in
man.
like a Flappy Bird clone. Like you gotta let it in to the App Store, even though it kind of rips off that game. But like something where it like takes an IP and basically tries to clone it and like steal sales, you can't let that in. So they're gonna need to figure out how to work that out. It's pretty interesting how it just slides through like that.
The best version of Flappy Bird was in the South Park Fractured Butthole when they did the whole Flappy Bird joke.
I don't remember that.
There was the Kanye West fish quest line.
Oh, really?
It was just a Flappy Bird joke.
What was the joke? Do you remember?
It was like the gameplay forced you to pretty much play Flappy Bird.
Uh,
It was fucking awful. But like that was the whole joke.
right. NBC will stream Sunday Night Football to your phone in 2018, which is awesome. The Verizon NFL streaming exclusive is going to be ending for 2018.
Which feels bad, man.
Sorry to all you Verizon guys.
See, Thursday Night Football, you can watch it on Twitch because Amazon.
Oh,
And,
really?
You can watch. Yeah. With
No,
They're going to
but
be airing him on
with
Twitch?
chat.
Yeah, they started. Yeah, they started putting them on Twitch a little bit, and they own part of the rights, so you've been able to watch it with Amazon Prime Video. So now they're
Really?
also putting it on Twitch.
With
Yeah,
Twitch chat.
Oh, I had no idea.
Because imagine Twitch chat and football.
yeah. If you really want to watch the Thursday night game,
I
Yeah,
always do. I always watch Thursday night games when I can.
Twitch chat and NFL football actually sounds really fun. It sounds so fun, dude. Just
Well, I'm sure there's
Kappas everywhere. And
I'm
Dude,
sure
it's
it's
just a bunch
flooded
of it's
too.
just a bunch of game nerds that are just making
Monka S.
Wait, is it like an NFL channel?
It's-
Do they have their own like Twitch channel?
I think it's Twitch presents.
Amazon's-
Yeah, I think it's Twitch presents. Yeah.
Okay.
but can I get emotes for that? Can I get
Cool.
like emotes of all the NFL teams?
Eli Manning emote, and he just got that dumb face of his.
I just like sit there spamming Detroit Lions in every
you
Twitch
still
stream
have-
now.
Do you still have the Power Rangers?
Yeah, I do. Still have
That
the
was
Power
such a
Rangers.
fun
Did you get
marathon. That was
did
such
you
a
get the
fun
Yu-Gi-Oh?
marathon.
Did you get
No,
the once? Damn.
no, dude. I got the Power Rangers just because I like spamming the fat dude's face from it. Because there was that one fat dude from the
Oh, yeah,
'90s
yeah.
Power
Yeah,
Rangers
yeah,
who was like the
yeah, yeah.
sidekick or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
I just
Well,
spam it because his face is just like.
Yeah. So
That's all we got to say about that.
It's like I just care about the emotes, dude. Can I watch all my favorite Twitch streamers and spam like? Can I just get like Odell Beckham Jr.'s face in like a stupid way or something?
Well, that's what the NFL needs, dude. They need to like get in more with the community. They need to stop being this holier than thou fucking game that, you know, you fucking need like 6 different subscriptions to watch, and you can't put up any clips on YouTube or you get taken down immediately. Like, they need to cut that shit out because it's just a different day and age, you know. And I don't
wanna
know
be
if
able to-
Roger Goodell is gonna do that. I don't. it might be
Probably
a
not.
way out.
But yeah. I mean, dude, all I'm saying is I'm just dreaming of the like time in my life I can sit in Twitch chat and spam a picture of Josh Gordon followed by weed emotes.
Yeah, so I mean, at least they're trying to get into these streaming platforms. Like having it one on Twitch and then one on NBC.com, and then you have the Sunday or the Monday night game on ESPN, so you can stream those games. I guess just Sunday morning games is basically up for grabs right now.
That's why you get the red zone package.
Yeah, I don't get the red zone package though.
No, I'm debating on it maybe next year because I mean at this point it's already over. Like season's already got 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
But I might just get YouTube TV for just that time.
Yeah, that's what was nice about YouTube TV, man. I will say that.
I can actually get it now finally. So I'm like, ooh, it's tempting, but not at the same time, not really.
Yeah,
So I'd
I
watch
think
football. That's it.
I might cancel my YouTube TV right after the football season.
Like, what channels do you get on YouTube TV?
Pretty
YouTube
much-
keeps asking me to fucking subscribe to YouTube TV, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
still
you
good
get-
on Netflix, you know.
You get like CBS, NBC, Fox, like all those channels. Then you get all like their business channels or their news channels. Then you get pretty much all the ESPNs, all like the local sports channels. And then you get a few, like you get Bravo, A&E, AMC, USA. Like you get a good amount of channels, man. And it's not a bad price. So it's like I watch Mr. Robot right now on YouTube TV. Kate watches her fucking Real Housewives. Then we watch NFL. And pretty much once those are done, I'm going to cancel it until maybe something else I want to watch. But that's what I like about YouTube TV, because you can't do that with Comcast. You can't just cancel your plan. You know, they lock you into these agreement deals, and if you cancel,
True.
you have to pay. So that's the best part about cable cutting, is the fact that you can just cut or switch. Like we had Hulu Live, and it has a different channel. It has a couple different channels. One being Viceland, and I love Viceland. I loved having Viceland, which was awesome. Now I don't have it on YouTube TV, but it's fine because Hulu Live sucks. It was such a bad service. They need to fix it. Once they fix it, I'll probably go back. And that's the joy of these streaming platforms, is because you can just cancel the next day, go on to the next one. Because there's like PlayStation Vue, Sling, then there's Fubo, then there is YouTube TV and Hulu TV. And there's probably going to be like Amazon TV in the future or something. So I highly recommend, if you are someone who only watches a couple shows on mainstream TV, that you cut your cable, because it's so much easier, so much cheaper. There's no hidden fees. There's no rental services. It's just a better way to watch TV.
You know what I want? I want Amazon to cut out the whole Amazon Prime Video thing and just do TV.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. Like give you an Amazon TV subscription with your Prime instead of the semi-Netflix type deal.
Yeah. No, they need to fix that shit for sure, because they do got some good shows on Amazon. And they have a lot of movies, but their app is such trash. Yeah. It's about as trash as Eminem's fucking latest album.
Ooh, we just gonna keep on going back to that one. It must be really bad if you won't leave it alone.
It made me so mad today. I was so mad. All right, moving on. Where are we? Reddit Mobile overhauls their app with chat function, new moderation tools, plus the little orange Reddit icon. It's no longer blue. And I'm a fan of the orange icon. Anything orange, I think looks good, dude. I didn't know that there was this chat function until I read this article. I'm gonna have to check it out. Do you guys use a lot of Reddit Mobile, or do you use like Apollo, which is like the other Reddit one?
Reddit is fun.
Reddit is fun. Is the one you use?
I used to use, what was it, Alien Blue.
Yeah, Alien was good. And then they threw ads in there.
Yeah, and then until I just went ahead and switched over to Reddit Mobile.
I mean, I'm hoping the new app will be good, because when they first launched their app, it was garbage.
Yeah, it was straight
It was
trash.
garbage.
I still downloaded it though, because
bad.
they gave you like 3 months of gold or something.
Yeah, I know it wasn't that bad, but the other options were just way better. The other options were way better. Like I use Apollo, and I love Apollo, and I probably won't switch. But if this has chat, it's pretty cool. I mean, a little chat thing. I don't know how much I'll use it.
So I can chat to people on Reddit. Yay.
Your favorite. Your favorite. Yeah.
It's like we saw the benefits of IRC and why AOL died and AIM died, so we decided to bring it back, but this time with random people. Like I don't how would that work? Like, is it actually just choose a chat thread and join in, or is it like, do you have a friends list? Like,
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out exactly how it works.
Some AIM shit.
Yeah,
maybe
like if it's AIM, maybe, but like
maybe you think
if you just,
every subreddit has a chat, you know?
Yeah, like I really do not want to go to Global Offensive and just see the chat of Global Offensive.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how it works though. I think it's like every subreddit gets like their own chat log that you can get into. Which I think is pretty cool though. It's like a community, like a big community probably wouldn't work out too well. But like I'm in a few subreddits there, it's like 5,000-6,000 people, you know, and that wouldn't be too bad. Like the mechanical keyboard subreddit, I love that subreddit. There's some cool like artisans there. And I think it would be cool, like just to like chat to one of the dudes who was like making new keycaps that are really cool, like in a chat way rather than just like messages. I think that'd be pretty cool. But something like the Donald or like our picks or our funny and like chatting with them, I'm not a fan of that. All right,
the Donald.
It's your favorite subreddit, dude. We were talking about that earlier.
Oh my god.
Nah, man, it's all about that shitty ECR.
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't been to that shit in so long. I forgot that was a thing.
Or what was the other one? Vapors Gone Wild. Remember that one? That was a
Oh,
good
it's
one,
so
dude.
cringy.
Or vaping / hand checks.
Researchers in Tokyo accidentally discovered a self-healing material for iPhone and smartphone screens. It's like a polymer screen, mechanically robust, readily repairable polymers via tailored non-covalent cross-linking. I guess basically when they already have like self-healing screens, though. I'm just not sure why they haven't implemented them into phones. Maybe they're not exactly meant for like touch functionality, so maybe that's what these are for. But that would be cool if you would never have to replace your screen. High mechanical robustness and healing ability tend to be mutually exclusive. In most cases, heating to high temperatures on the order of 120 degrees Celsius or more to reorganize their cross-linked networks is necessary for the fractured portions to repair. So it seems as if it's really still just like a research thing. It's crazy how fast and exponential like smartphone technology moves. It just seems to get better and better every day. There's always something new coming out. All right. You guys are killing it, dude. You guys are killing it today.
No, right? Well, I mean, we're talking about phone screens, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it would be nice to have a self-repairing phone screen. I do agree. I don't think that shit's ever going to happen, though. I think it will never happen.
I've never cracked
like maybe in like
life.
fucking in like 20 years, maybe.
I've broken a lot of screens.
I have dropped a ton of my phones face down and have yet to crack a screen.
Yeah, I've had like one hairline crack on a phone I had for 4 years.
The back of
this is the first phone I haven't broken yet, and I've only had it until it breaks.
I mean, dude, I've broken.
Is that like a paradox or what the fuck? What?
No, it's gonna break at some point. Is all I'm saying. Like I've always broken every phone. I've literally probably in my life broken like 30 screens.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn, Jerry.
That's a lot of screen breaking, dude.
Yeah, be careful with your shit, dude.
Are you like one of the guys who like you leave your phone on your lap instead of your pocket? Like I have a friend who always just like he'll use his phone and then put it on his lap. And then
I mean, growing up. It was just being young, but like. Even as I got older, it's just like, all right, I'll be working construction and I'll have it like in a super heavy OtterBox, you know, super protected in a pocket somewhere. And then I just get randomly, someone drops a 2x4, it slams into me, breaks the screen.
Just cracks it, yeah.
Like just crap like that.
Yeah. And they weren't like, we're only now getting like pretty durable phones. They were pretty fragile back in the day too. Like the iPhone 4 was like super fragile, dude. That was like one of the most fragile phones you can get. Everyone had a cracked iPhone 4 back in the day. But now, dude, I don't know. These self-healing phones, dude. Your phone's like fucking X-Man. What's his name? Wolverine.
That's the
X-Man.
That's the fucking thing, Wayne. That's the only phone that I only had like a hairline crack on was the iPhone 4. And that thing was made completely out of glass. And I never had it in a case. And I still didn't break that motherfucker. I'm just
I cracked the back of the phone had a crack in it, but never.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about that. I'm not looking at the back of the phone.
I don't know, dude. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
Jerry, you broke like 85 screens. Don't fucking.
Yeah, I used to work construction and like outside and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
like I know I'm bad at it, but like, yeah, dude, they used to be way worse than that. Like I could just accidentally drop a phone from like here onto my desk and it used to break.
Yeah, just shatter, just spider all across the screen. I haven't broken a screen in a while though, knock on wood. It's been a while since I've cracked the screen. I always get a screen protector and a case. I don't go naked on my phone. It's too scary. It's too scary. All right. Now there's this new HiFi product of the year. What HiFi has announced their product of the year. This is the HiFi audiophile magazine. And they named the Cord Hugo DAC as their product of the year. I have not gotten a chance to see one of these, but there's a store near me that has one, and I'll probably be able to check it out. So now I'm super interested. $2,000 for this motherfucker. This thing is very expensive. It's made by I forget the guy's name. Maybe double check here.
Hugo something. Jeez, yeah, $2,000. Better
It's
be the
called
best deck.
The Dak Prescott.
No,
So I Wayne wants it.
no.
Cowboys fan.
The guy's name is something I forget.
$2,000.
Oh, Robert Watts. Robert Watts is the guy who created it. He's the designer of this DAC.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're not
it's
buying
good with
this for,
watts
like-
and amps.
Yeah, exactly. You're not buying this for like, your computer. Like this is for like a home theater system. I'll probably not get a $2,000 DAC anytime soon. That's just way too expensive. Really, all it does is convert digital feed, spits it out in an analog feed. Now, the reason why some can go for higher prices than others is the way it interprets different feeds. This one has like so many different like frequencies it can interpret into that audio or that analog signal. And what HiFi, I don't know exactly like how unbiased they are. I don't know exactly how like their sponsorship stuff works. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of magazines, they kind of get paid to do stuff like this. I don't know exactly what this means in terms of like integrity to their company, but they seem to be pretty faithful to, or the audiophile community seems to be pretty faithful to what HiFi. So you can bet that this is probably not just some placebo thing. Like this is actually going to improve your sound quality. So I do want to go listen to one.
It better.
Yeah,
It get better for $2,000.
Yeah, it's not like one of those like magical rocks that you put into your fucking home theater system and they tell you it sounds better.
I mean, yeah. The other problem though is like this. At least to me, this thing has to be like godly for $2,000.
Yeah,
Like
for
because I mean, like
$2,000.
a shit stack, is $100 or $200. Already sounds amazing.
No, you're not, unless you have like dedicated amps to each speaker, and you have like like a Macallan or what's the name of the company? Fuck, I forget the name of it. Not Macallan. Whatever, the like dedicated amps for each.
Yeah,
like you have like a full.
This is for
audiophile
speakers that
set.
cost $2,000 at minimum already.
Yeah. Like this is for a nice, and like in that realm, $2,000 for a DAC isn't that bad. So that's kind of why they say this is their product of the year. So like their best value product, believe it or not. Anytime you get into like those high audiophile levels, there's really a diminishing returns. So like from like just plugging like your earpods into your phone is like the base level. And then it's like from there getting like a shit stack and then like a nice pair of headphones. Like that's like the next step up. And then from there is like a home theater system. And then from there you get into like super audiophile quality stuff. And this is kind of like where that leans into. But it is interesting how this product is being received, because the way that it works, like, so you get like I think Spotify spits out like a 320 kilobit or kilohertz feed, which is it's a pretty good feed. This will be able to interpret that. It'll be able to interpret like a 92 kilohertz feed. It'll be able to interpret pretty much any of those feeds, but make them sound the way they need to sound. So if you have that 320 kilohertz feed, you're packing the DAC in with so much more information. So it allows it to spit that out to your amps, which then allow to spit out to your speakers, and you're getting so much more information outwards. Whereas something like just plugging your headphones into your phone, you're just getting like a straight feed. And sometimes you lose a lot of like the dissonance, you lose a lot of the sound stage, you lose a lot of the sparkle and all the detail. And that's what these like more high-end audiophile stuff does. You got to pay for it, but it is interesting on where that market is. And I like to follow the audiophile market, even though I can't afford 99% of those products. Because I'll tell you what, if you go into a room that is set up perfectly, like it's treated, audio treated, like they have the pads all over in the right spots, they got the system right in front of you, They sit you in the sweet spot. They have these huge amps powering these beautiful, like, hand carved out of like crazy wooden burl, and these drivers that are just like precision made by some dude in Germany, and they pump that fucker all the way up to 12, and you put in something like a Kendrick Lamar album that has so much detail in the music. I mean, it's really crazy how good it sounds. Like, it's like you're sitting in a concert, and you just can't get that type of feeling with headphones or even anything close to that. Like, you just can't replicate that feeling unless you spend big amounts of money to get there. So I highly suggest, if anyone is interested in like sound and audio, there's always like places that sell this kind of equipment, and you can just go in and they have like listening parties and just experience it, because you will be interested. It's like when you go to like a movie theater and you see a big giant fucking screen, you're like, holy shit, that looks awesome. It's the same thing but for your ears. So it's like a completely different experience. So check that out. And hopefully I get to check these Hugo 2s out. I do want to listen to it. I don't know if I'll buy one though. All right, next story. Ajit Pai, this DJ, shares the same name as Ajit Pai. And it's quite unfortunate for him.
I was about to say, how fucking unfortunate is this? This guy looks like he's just enjoying life.
Yeah.
He's a really cool guy, and he's doing his EDM thing or whatever. And then he's just really confused as to why everybody fucking hates him now and wants him to die.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be pretty alarming. If you look at his Instagram, dude, he's like a big time DJ too. He's no joke.
Ajit Pai official. And like all of his comments are like, don't repeal net neutrality, please. It's like,
someone writes in his comments.
only-
Hey, America is hiring a new FCC chairman. Do you want to take it?
He's got to drop that hot net neutrality remix.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's such a busy person. Like, not only is he a lawyer and the head of the FCC, but he's also a DJ.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He's got fidget spinners. He's DJing.
What's crazy is like the people that actually think he's the FCC chairman. Like, are you that retarded?
They are that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess
Yeah.
anytime you need to ask that, the answer is yes.
Yep.
That is so
It's
funny.
like, can
though.
people really be that stupid? Yes, they can.
Yeah, they can and they are. There's no doubt about it. All right, and that's pretty much it for tech news. I want to get into cryptocurrency really quick. So this is a video that I found of a man ordering a pizza with Bitcoin.
Now, is it a pizza or a pizza pie?
It's a pizza pie from Domino's in 2011, and he buys a pizza with Bitcoin. And he shows you how to do it, and I want to show you exactly how much Bitcoin he uses. So he's spending 19 Bitcoin on this pizza, okay? So let's just see exactly how much this pizza pie cost him today. So 19, what's the exact Bitcoin? 19.12 Bitcoin.
I was about to say, that's about $180,000 pizza, ain't it?
Dude, that is a $361,000 pizza that he
Yeah.
fucking had delivered to him. He's gotta be pissed.
Damn, dude.
$361,941.70 for that fucking Domino's pizza. Not like good pizza, from fucking Domino's. Isn't that insane? And he teaches
I like
people.
how-
But yeah.
He's teaching
like
people how to do it too, so you know a few other people purchased Domino's pizza pies with their.
But at the
with
same
their
time,
19
like,
Bitcoin.
You probably had enough Bitcoins that was just like, yeah, dude, screw it. I'm going to buy a pizza. He's probably doing all right still.
Yeah,
Just
no,
saying.
you're probably right. I hope. I really hope.
I
Because
like
if
how-
not, if that was his last 19 Bitcoin, he's probably not alive. He's probably
He
not
was just
alive to
some-
tell the story.
He's just some fat dude that was just really hungry for a pizza at the time. But I like how the comments is like, damn, that's an expensive pizza. And the next one's like, seems like a good price.
Just rubbing it in.
Yeah.
19 Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin was 0.96 cents per Bitcoin.
Mm.
So what's $1 a Bitcoin? Oof, that's crazy.
That hurts.
That's crazy. The website he's using, CoinCard, I mean, it's so old, dude. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's crazy where Bitcoin moved to. No one ever thought Bitcoin would be where it's at today, which is insane. It's definitely not this guy. It's definitely not this dude spending 20 Bitcoin. I wonder how much he had. I don't think he says it anywhere. Maybe we can find out if we look in his old videos. Michael Hendricks. Let's see. Let's look at his oldest. No, it doesn't look like he's doing very well. Or maybe he retired since then. I don't know. All right. And then this is another video of a guy who talks about when Mount Gox crashed and Bitcoin was at 1 cent. And he was like, dude, this is crazy. Bitcoin's at 1 cent. Bye.
Bye.
If you are someone who bought Bitcoin at 1 cent, you deserve
man.
to retire, dude. You are chilling on easy street if you kept it.
Bro, if it was 1 cent, just imagine if you bought like $2 worth, and when it was 1 cent and you just sat on it, you had the patience to sit on it until it was 20 grand. I would not have had that patience.
Yeah. Or
if
like
I bought it for 1 cent and then like it shot up to like $3, I'd be like, time to sell.
Yeah. Dude, Kate just told me that one of her coworkers needed Bitcoin to purchase a fake ID. So she had to buy some Bitcoin. She purchased her fake ID, and then she's not like following Bitcoin or anything. She's not into tech, and she forgot her fucking wallet address, so she can't get into her wallet to access the rest of her Bitcoin. But she probably has a good amount of money in that account.
Yep, that's been happening to a lot of people actually. Is they just have like old Bitcoin wallets that I don't know how to get into it.
Yeah, and there wasn't many like cloud solutions back when Bitcoin was like worthy of like really purchasing into. So it's not like someone could just like, because that's how
it's not on your LastPass password. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like I have all mine in a LastPass. So like God forbid if anything happens, at least it's in like some kind of like a cloud storage. It's not like written down somewhere. I'll never be able to find it. So it just goes to show you, man. Always remember your fucking passwords, especially your Bitcoin password. That's crazy though. This dude, 1 cent. That is insane. That is so much profit. All right, last thing. Best tech of the year. Do you guys have anything that you wanted to recommend to people to purchase, or things that you think people should check out from the last year? Anything that you think is worthy of discussion?
The fact that AMD is doing something again. Like,
well, do you like recommend like a product that people buy?
Yeah, he's talking about the Ryzen.
Yeah, like the fact, like buy a Ryzen 5 1600, like, or just I wouldn't at this point. I wouldn't recommend it at this point because it moves so fast. Ryzen 2 is going to be out by next year, and like Coffee Lake stuff will hopefully be available. But like just the fact that AMD finally did something and made competition again in the PC space, like that's huge to me.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome. Like we actually have sort of a like CPU wars causing products to just get better.
About time, dude. I mean, the last how many years has it been since there was any competition in that realm? Like worthy competition where you actually were like, do I buy AMD or do I buy Intel?
Like 10 years ago.
It's been a long since basically the
AMD X2 when that first started coming out, basically.
Yeah. What's that chipset? The
64 AM2 plus or whatever.
Yeah, like the AM2 plus chipset is basically like when that first
dropped.
It was
AM2, yeah. It wasn't even AM3, just AM2. And you can get AMD X2 6000.
Yeah.
Like,
and now there's even competition in the mobile, like in the not phones, but like the laptop sector of like the CPUs. Like they're starting to actually compete there as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're bringing out chips for laptops, and that's causing Intel to start making even their laptops are starting to be actual four cores. Like you can get an i7 that's 4 cores, 8 threads now instead of your i7's a 2-core 4 thread.
Yeah,
So that's a i7, I guess.
Yeah, that was probably one of the biggest things in tech, at least in like the PC or like PC realm, man. That was big. That whole, I mean, it was a pretty good year for PC.
I mean, it's
for
yeah,
sure.
it's well, that's like a PC thing, but that's gonna like even app like any type of laptop or desktop, like if it's Apple PC, like whatever, that just pushes all of that forward.
Yeah.
Because since they have to compete, like if Apple's gonna keep buying an Intel chip, well, Intel's got to make better products now.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing for like ARM coming into the laptop race.
And
They're
Apple's
both
like
making
iMacs,
better chips than the ARM stuff. So like that's causing even more competition.
Yeah. And Apple's iMacs now carry the Vega. They don't even carry the
NVIDIA.
the
Which is
NVIDIA
weird to me, but I
side.
think that's still just a contract thing, to be honest.
Yeah, it probably is because they had like their laptops were using the M560s and the M565. So then
And
they're
they got
carrying
into
that
they
over.
got Apple and NVIDIA got into a little tussle at some point too over that.
Yeah.
So I think they're still mad about the 7 series stuff, which like doesn't, I mean, it makes sense to me because you got to stand your ground, you know what I mean? But like, why would you choose a Vega card, especially like in an iMac? Like in a very small enclosed space, you chose a very hot power demanding card.
Yeah. It had to have been contractual obligations. It's the only answer for that. But
Because like the
that's
1080s,
a big deal.
yeah, like because that 1080 is gonna run half the temp. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which just matters a lot more in a small space.
Yeah. That is a big deal though. That's a big player. And having that contract just allows Intel to say, okay, well, what are we going to do next? How are we going to compete? Boom, we're going to partner with Microsoft in the Surface, and you're going to get a 10 series graphics card and a fucking iPad, which is insane.
Yeah.
And then they go, boom, and then we'll partner with AMD just for shits. We'll just make a fucking, whole chip that has everything on it and help AMD out at the same time.
Yeah,
So
like
it's cool.
stuff like that's cool. And then like, I mean, dude, like, okay, the good news though about them choosing the Vega 64, iMac Pro is gonna be a beast of a crypto miner when you're not using it. All I'm saying.
A crypto miner and a really nice screen.
Yeah,
It's basically.
because like if you're gonna run anything for crypto night, dude, that Vega card's a beast. So you'll have that. There you go.
Yeah, I think that's a good recommendation. I think, well, actually, all right. What is like something that you actually recommend to buy for like the holiday season? That's in AMD's realm right now. 5 series card.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
do you recommend a 10 series NVIDIA card?
Honestly, between the 1060 and like the 580, 480, like I don't care. I'd just say buy whatever one's cheapest. Like they're such a wash. I mean, if you're using it for performance and playing video games, it's just a wash. Buy an 8 gig 480 or 580 if it's cheaper. Buy a 6 gig 1060 if it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Like both of them have like a game they're like 2% better than the other one at, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like that's my thoughts on that. They're just too similar of cards to like really matter spending extra money on.
Yeah. Loco, you got anything you want to recommend?
No, not really. Not that I can think of. Trying to think.
Something you bought this year that you were surprised about? No, you didn't buy none. Nothing too interesting.
Nothing too interesting. Nothing too surprising.
All right.
I guess.
Oh,
Doobie?
Edifer speakers. How about that?
Editor speakers?
They're not bad for $100. They're
There you
actually
go.
a lot better than I was expecting. I like them better than the Mackie like CR3 things.
Really?
Yeah, same price, and I think they're better.
There you go.
Definitely better. And then they look nicer because they're like actual fake wood, nice looking bookshelf speakers.
Right. Huh. What are they called?
Edifer, I don't know. It's top selling on Amazon, so I figured I'd try it. They're definitely better than those old CR3, CR5 Mackies. And like the same size for
The
just like $100. 120, 80 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they do look nice. $100. prime
Yeah,
it.
if you're going for $100 speakers, buy those hands down.
I might buy them. But I need them for my room.
And definitely, but they have a version for $70. I'd definitely pay for the extra 100 just because it's better for the actual speakers they're using are a lot better for spoken word. Like music wise, they're pretty similar, but like if you listen to a lot of podcasts and spoken word stuff, the extra $30 goes a long way.
13mm tweeters, and it's in wood, dude.
Yeah, no, it's real wood. Like they look nice and they sound way better than I expected them to.
Yeah, that's not bad. No, it's not real wood though. It's MDF board.
It is, but like
That's
like
fine.
touching it, yeah, no, it feels like as for all intents, it seems like it.
Right.
I mean,
Nice.
it's better than the green and black plastic Mackeys.
Fucking Razor speakers.
Yeah.
So ugly. Yeah, those have been the standard for a while, but it's good to see that there's a new standard that's cheaper.
Because yeah, that's what I used to use a long time ago. Is just those CR3s or whatever. I like these a lot better.
Doobie, do you have anything that you want to recommend people buy?
You know what I'm gonna say.
The Switch?
Get a Switch.
I agree.
There's a lot of good games on it right now, and a lot of indies, and a lot of stuff coming. So I think it's an
awesome tech product. It's an awesome tech product. Yeah.
Just wait on that Netflix to so I can watch that in bed too.
How is there not Netflix yet? That's so weird, man.
Hulu's on it.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. Hulu got on it first.
Oh yeah, the best service ever, Hulu.
It's fucking trash.
That Disney now owns a lot of.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
just saying.
That's what scares me with that whole merger is like you could put so much great stuff on Hulu and it's still gonna be a trash service until they fix it.
When does Disney move all their shows to Hulu?
I don't know
I
because
don't think
until they fix the actual like app and the fact that you can pay for like a $13 subscription and still have fucking ads, like it's gonna be a trash service.
I think they would have to buy Hulu out because they want to create their own streaming service.
No, they own Hulu now.
Well, I think they own like 30%.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they own all of Hulu.
But I mean, imagine if they buy Hulu and then once their deal with Netflix runs out, they just put Daredevil and all those other shows on Hulu.
That's what I think they're gonna do, and
it's
have
gonna
the
be brutal.
and then have the infrastructure already to deploy like their own skin on top of their Hulu service, like Disney Stream.
Oh my god, dude!
And that's
Disney's gonna own art, dude. Disney's just gonna wind up buying people.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
There's gonna be loot boxes in the fucking Hulu app. You're gonna have to unlock fucking new TV shows just to watch them.
Damn it! I got fucking Daredevil season 1 a 5th time. God damn it!
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, but
Why did I have to get Frozen for the 20th time?
I agree though. The Switch is such a good buy this year. I'm sure it's probably difficult to get right now. This holiday rush.
Production's I think doing okay, but they just cracked 10 million in sales. It's gonna in its first fiscal year from March when it launched, it's going to outsell the Wii U's entire lifespan. That's insane to me.
I believe it, dude.
I think they have a possibility for another Wii on their hands. Not maybe as much as the Wii, and definitely not as much shovelware as the fucking Wii had. Because that system had a shit ton of shovelware crap, just crap software.
I think it's their new Game Boy, dude.
Hey man, I mean I think it's just like another 3DS. The 3DS was very, very probably one of the best Nintendo consoles ever made.
Yeah, they need to kill it now and let the Switch spread its wings.
Yep.
All right, so the only thing I recommend that people pick up this year, besides the Switch is super big.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, okay, go
I
ahead.
got one. Yeah. Hey. Set of AKG 240s.
There you go.
They're really cheap. And well, I mean, for the quality, they're really cheap. And if you have a set of headphones that that you listen to music with or audio in general with your computer or just, pretty much anything, and you're just still using like fucking Apple earbuds, like upgrade, bro. Why not? Just spend like, instead, like the next time when your Apple earbuds go out, instead of spending $50-$60 on those, get a pair of these. I mean, you can't walk around with these, but they are a great improvement. They are worth it.
This show is not sponsored by AKG, even though like I think almost all of us have at least a pair of AKGs.
I know,
except Jerry. I don't think Jerry has a pair.
We gotta get him a pair.
Not the 240s. No,
we gotta get you the.
I have a pair of AKG headphones, but not 240s. Right now, I'm using Audio Technicas because I like the audio. Like they have some nicer Audio Technica earbuds, and I like those a lot.
Yeah,
but I'm honest. I was also for walking around. I've thought about checking out those Status headphones. It's like Status Audio. It's rebranded. Good manufacturers.
Is it a 3.5 millimeter or
Yep.
is it a Bluetooth?
It's 3.5, but it's still a detachable cable and stuff. But like, I want to check those out because those are usually 80, and they've been on sale for like $50, like crazy.
Yeah.
But those are supposed to be amazing for under $100. So I want to check those out too as a budget option.
My recommendation: iPad. This thing's a fucking beast, man. I don't even think anyone should get like if you are someone who doesn't want like an Apple product, like you don't like the iPhone or the MacBook or anything like your PC, I still think get an iPad. It's if you're a content creator and like you want to do like graphic design, you want to do video editing, you want to do audio editing, you want to do music and just any type of production, the iPad is such a fucking awesome underrated tool. It's
now, do you mean
pricey,
iPad Pro or
iPad Pro? iPad Pro.
Okay.
So
I was
I
gonna
have
say,
the 10.
I'm sitting here, the whatever token Google kid, sitting here watching NFL on my Pixel right now. Buy an iPad, don't buy a fucking Android tablet.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
My brother has like a Galaxy tablet that he got last year for like a free upgrade on his phone, and he doesn't even use it. It's just not the right. Just iPad, dude. The iPad's sick, and it's super powerful. Like I'm still surprised at how powerful this thing is. Editing 4K video, like I have a little thing that goes into the lightning cable, and you could just plug your SD card in, and it uploads your video, or you could just edit off of it, and actually like edit 4K video with LUTs, with different effects, and have it render super quick. It's crazy how powerful the iPad is. So I recommend if you are looking for something like that this holiday season, you get the iPad Pro. 10 inches is good. That's the one that I have. I think the 12 is a little big. It's a pretty big screen in your hands. It's kind of awkward to hold. But hey, if you want a bigger screen, the 12, it is a bigger device. So definitely pick that up. It's sick. And I think that's it. Switch, graphics card, a new graphics card that came out this year, AKG 240 headphones, and an iPad. And I think if you get any one of those and you give them to someone, or you're getting it for yourself, I think you're going to be happy this holiday. There's some good tech that came out this year. There's a lot of good shit. Doobie, how is your PC, by the way? Is it crushing things?
I was able to have streams open while playing Overwatch at ultra settings with no lag. Looked beautiful, played great. I'm so goddamn happy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Time to play PUBG.
See, now you got to take the next step though and start getting 1440p and 4K screens.
I know,
and
that's
run
the
both
next
of them.
upgrade.
Yeah.
The next upgrade is the monitors.
Yeah. Dude, I can't
Oh, man.
wait for you to get like a G-Sync or you have a 1080, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
1080.
dude, a G-Sync monitor. Oh my god, you're gonna jizz all over yourself. It's
Can't wait
such
to
a
watch 4K
come
anime, dude. 4K anime.
up. Yes, dude. 4K everything.
4K anime is what he says.
Well, just for the listeners that
Not
are
like a
listening.
$4K.
$2,000 rig
Yep.
to watch 4K hentai.
Dude,
That's
I
what
need
did.
all of the pixel count on that
Dude, I need
hand-drawn
all of
line.
the tentacles.
Dude,
okay?
just for the listeners, now you don't have to deal with Doobie's muddy ass fucking streams of Cuphead. I can actually see
man,
the
dude, they were so
gameplay.
bad. They were so bad.
It's all right, dude. You know, there's a little practice for your new PC. I'm happy that you got one though. You're probably
Can finally stream in something higher than 500 kbr.
yeah, exactly.
My fucking god, dude.
But now you can now you're opened up to the new world of fucking computers and like it's crazy, right?
Time to get The Witcher 3, actually.
So you only
Yep.
played Overwatch?
Yep.
I played a little bit of Overwatch. I'm still downloading everything. and
Witcher.
installing
Check
stuff.
out Witcher because you're gonna be blown
Yep.
away.
Yep.
I mean,
Check out XCOM.
You can check
Get
out
XCOM as well.
XCOM for certain. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed Mario Rabbids, so
Get PUBG too, dude.
yep,
I
that's
think
on
you'll
my
like.
list.
I think you'll like PUBG.
Also, if you like cities, get City Skylines. That's all I've been playing this week: is City Skylines and Path of Exile.
I still have Civ 5.
All right.
Yeah, play Let Us Save too.
All right, that's
Play
it
all of them.
for the No Life Tech Show. Make sure you head over to our Twitter at No Life Digital and our Twitch at No Life Digital and our Instagram at No Life Digital and our website. And we'll catch you guys next week on Monday. Thank you all for listening. Peace. peace.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my God. Let's not do the wow again.
Dude, we need a soundboard and just gonna have